Awesome. There we go, everybody. We can see the got it on the background, and everybody on YouTube right now, they're like, what is going on? Look at these cool colors. Again, I think it's some kind of clay. I think it might be something that people, if they're going to do art, they would, you'd kind of peel one of these strips off and you could ball it up and things like that. And you could make maybe any kind of shape you want out of it. I don't know what you want to make, but I'm pretty sure it's a clay thing here. So let me go ahead and get set up, everybody. Let's make sure we have our drinking water. We want to make sure we have water before we start the workout and that we're drinking it throughout the workout. We want to make that a priority. I didn't want to wear my hat today, but then I wasn't sure where to put my microphone. So if you have an idea on that, let me know. Maybe I can go back to not wearing a hat. I kind of liked it. And, most of my life I've worn a hat. So it's kind of neat sometimes to not wear a hat and you can feel the air on your head and everything. All right, everybody, we got a sip of water in. Now let's go ahead and get our breathing motto in. Do we have somebody to do that for us today, Ben?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Which one of our leaders hasn't had a chance to do it in a while? What about Karen?
Okay.
Karen, does that sound good? Let's do the breathing motto with you. And I love it when our co-hosts and team leaders get to share with us. And again, doing the breathing motto, I think is fantastic.
Ben, can you see her? I can't.
We could do it together, Karen, if you
Okay.
want to do it with me. Maybe we could do it.
Yeah.
You want to do it with me?
Yeah.
You want me to do the first line or you do the first line?
You can do them.
Okay. So I'm going to do the first line.
Side to side.
Here, Karen,
Karen's
let me
going to
bring
be
you side to
bringing it
side.
home. So I'll be doing the first line. Karen's going to be bringing it home with the finishing line. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good.
Breathe out that bad.
Breathe in the happy.
Breathe out that sad.
Breathe in your best.
Breathe out your words.
And breathe in your power.
Breathe out.
Reach your goals.
Very
Yeah, nice. Good job, Karen. Great job doing the breathing motto together. That was a great way to kick off the workout. Thank you, Karen, for doing that with me.
Yeah, we're gonna go, son.
Remember, everybody, that breathing motto is all about oxygen going into our body. And when the oxygen goes into our lungs, we got Karen still. Is she on the spotlight or am I on the spotlight? There we go. All right. We wanted to see Karen one more time there. That was great. Remember, when that oxygen goes into our lungs are going to work with that oxygen and they're going to work with our blood and with our heart. And they're going to remove the carbon dioxide that we don't want and are going to exhale it. And the oxygen that we breathe in, it's going to go around our body and it's actually going to help to give us energy. It's going to provide us with energy for our muscles, energy for our mind. And remember, if you're ever feeling like you need to just take a moment, what can you do? You can take a moment and kind of take a few breaths and it's going to help to kind of calm you down. It's going to let that oxygen get in and do its magic with the body. Everybody, check it out. We got a really neat background here. If you can't see the background behind me, it is, I'm pretty sure that this is clay, like brand new clay. And we got green, lime green. It goes yellow. It's getting down here into the gold. Then we go into kind of a reddish color and then like a dark, like a cherry red and then pink. And then what do we got? Fuchsia. We got, purple, dark purple, light blue, some baby blues, and then the very darkest blue down there at the bottom. We got all these colors here. It's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and move our head and neck around and we're going to take a look around. So right here, I'm looking down the line of the gold, it looks like. So let's go side to side down the gold line here. And we're just going to go right side, left side. So let's go right to left. And I'm trying to keep my eyes right there in line with the gold stripe. And you got to do that too. Imagine you got an area around your head and you're trying to keep it in line with that area. There we go. Side to side, over to right. I'm going to go over to my left. Let's do each one more time. Over to the right and over to the left. All right. Let's go ahead and do the down and up. So in this case, I'm going to be looking down at the blue purple zone and then looking up at the green zone. So I'm going to go down, looking down at the blue, and then I'm going to bring my head up. I'm looking up at the green, holding it up, going to bring it back down, going down to the blue, going back up to the green, holding it up, looking up at the green line. Let's go ahead and look at the green line. Let's get our whole head up and let's look from one side to the other. And while we're staying up at that green line, just go ahead and look left side to right side. Nice job. Let's go one more and one more over this way. Let's go down back to the blue line and let's do the same thing. Let's look down this way at the end of the blue. And then I'm going to look down this way at the end of the blue. And let's go again. I'm going to go back looking down over there. And then I'm going to go back down over this way. Let's do one more each direction. Going to the right for me. And then going down below. All right. Let's go ahead and do our ear lift. So in this case, you're going to see, look at that. My ear is going to raise up kind of out of the gold and going up into that yellow. So I'm going to lift up on my ear. My whole body's kind of going up because I'm thinking about getting pulled up while I'm also bringing my shoulder down. Let's go right back into the middle, get nice and square, and then go with the other side. Ears going up, shoulders going down. 3, 2, 1, back into the middle, and then back to the first side. Ears going up, shoulders going down. You're stretching your neck right now. There you go. 3, 2, 1, back into the middle, and then one more time on this side. Again, stretching the neck. Shoulders going down. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Back in the middle, everybody. Let's go ahead and do giraffe head turtleneck. So I'm going to turn just a little bit here. And remember, try to sit up nice and tall if you can. If you're standing up, stand up nice and tall. And let's keep our shoulders in our chest. We don't want to go forward. We don't want to do that. We're going to keep everything here. And we're just going to go forward with our head. And then back with our head. And then again, forward with our head. And then bringing it back with our head. Here we go again, bringing it out forward. Here we go. Hold it out. Bringing it back, holding it back. Let's go one more, forward and back. Here we go. Forward, reaching out. And back, holding it here. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice job, everybody. Let's go ahead and do something kind of neat. We're going to go back and forth across the color table here. We'll start up at the very top corner over here with green, and we're just going to move our head going across and then going down and going across and then going down. And we're going to go all the way down to the blue, just going across and down. So let's go ahead and start up at the green, and then we're going to go across the top and then go down just a little bit and then back across this way. Down just a little bit. Right there across that way. Down just a little bit. Right there across that way. Down just a little bit. Right there across the middle, kind of. Down a little bit more. Right there, going across. Down a little bit more. Going down this way. Down a little bit more. Bringing it across. Down a little bit more. Bringing it across. Down a little more. Bringing it down. And that's about as far down as we can go. All right, back into the middle. Nice job, everybody. When you're doing small changes like that, it actually requires quite a bit of thought as opposed to just moving down or up. When you're just doing just that little bit here and there, again, it's going to make you very thoughtful, very mindful with your exercises. Nick, how many color combinations could we make with all of these colors here? I don't know. Remember, when you don't know something, what do? We raise our shoulders. So look at my shoulders right here. They're at the red line. I'm going to bring them up into that kind of what is that? It's kind of like what kind of red is that? Light red, dark red? So we're in the dark red, bring it up to light red. There we go. Bring it down to dark red.
Coach John, I think it's more of an orange. It looks like more of an orange.
Is it kind of orangey?
Yeah.
This is orange. We're going with orange, everybody. This is orange. And bringing it down into red. So we got red up into orange, down into red, up to the orange, down to the red. Let's go one more time. Up to the orange, down to the red. What about our elbows? Can we get our elbows up to the orange? Let's bring our elbows up to the orange. Yeah, we can. Down to the red, but not too high. Let's not go to yellow. Let's just go to orange right there. Back down. Let's do 4. Let's do 5 total. So 3 more. There we go. That was 3. Bringing it up to red. 2. Bringing it up to red. And we got 1 more. Here it is. Last one. Bring it up to red and back down. Now, if I wanted to go to yellow, what about bringing my elbow up in top? Almost like I'm trying to tap my head on the back. Now I got my elbow almost up here to lime green. Let's bring that down. Let's go to the other side. See if I can get the same. Look at that right there on that yellow line. That's what I want to go for. Let's go ahead and bring the elbows up. There we go. 2, 3. Elbow high up. 4, 5. We're going to go to 10. 6. Nice job, everybody. There we go. I can see you. 7. Getting those elbows up. 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, I got up into the green. Can I get, oh, look at that. Stretch it up. See how high up you can get. I got all the way up there into kind of that olive looking one. What about going down low? What about dipping elbow down into the blue? So if I just had my elbows kind of up here and I could dip, and now look at what I'm doing. I can't really get my elbow down there unless I move my core. So let's do a couple side bends. 2, 3, 4, 5. What if we hold our elbows up higher? 6. So try to hold them up here by the red. 7. And then dip down to the blue. 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. What about reaching with our arms? Let's go ahead and reach all the way up to green with both arms. We got it all the way up to green. Then let's go all the way down to blue. Now let's hold them out at red and orange right here. Let's keep them in a red. Oh, we saw like a little flying, like we're kind of flying in the red and orange. Get it in there. Now let's bring them up into yellow, but not up into green. So yellow's kind of here. What if I want to stay in yellow? I can do that, right? I can keep my hands kind of here in the yellow, but if I want to go to green, I got to extend out all the way. Let's go back down to blue, back up into the red and the orange. Kind of have them hovering in there, and the pink a little bit even too. Let's go into the yellow. So now we got to bend our elbows like we're trying to reach in this yellow space here. Keep those elbows bent, move those arms all around, kind of reach around in the yellow zone here. Nice. You can even reach kind of behind your head into that yellow zone. Let's go to green. Nice job holding it up. Let's keep them up there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back into the red zone. Let's hold them here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's bring them down. But don't relax them. Kind of push down like you're reaching to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's have a sip of water, everybody. We got more coming up. Also, if you're on YouTube, you know we called this workout Hula Party. I think of the Hula Fitness Party. And so we are going to be doing exercises with a hula hoop in just a little bit. Our friend Carla, she's out at work, but she always used to lead us in some great hula hoop exercises. So today I'm going to try my best to lead us in some hula moves. And it might not be what you expect, but we're going to try. Let's have a sip of water, though, before we get started. All right. And we're going to keep doing a couple body weight warm-up exercises. We got to get our focus. There's our focus. We'll keep doing a couple more for our body weight, and then we're going to go ahead and grab our hula hoop. Now, the next one, let's do. We haven't done this one in a little while, so let's go ahead and bring it back, and it's going to be the full teacup twist reach coffee pot ground touch. So this is one of Nick's favorites. I know a lot of you like this one. Let's do it each side 3 times. So 3 times. So I'm going to go 1, and then I'm going to do it again. 2, and then I'm going to do it again for the third. 3. Nice. Let's go across the body now. 1. Good job, everyone. 2. Reaching across the body. 3. Now for the teacup. It's kind of like that one we did earlier where we were trying to get our elbow down to the blue line. Very similar. There we go. 3. And now ground touch. Trying to reach down and trying to touch the ground or as far down as you can get. You might be able to get down to where like your shoelaces are. That's great. That's what you want to go for. Or maybe your shin, maybe the front of your leg. Let's go overhead again on the other side. So we got 1, 2, and 3 going across the front. 1. Nice job. 2 and 3. Coffee pot. We're going 1 and 2 and 3. And now for the ground touch, I'm going to go side, and then I'm going to go to my foot, and then I'm going to go in front of my body. 3. Nice job. So again, that gets our core kind of moving around just a little bit. Let's go ahead and do a core squeeze. Let's squeeze our core. I'm going to do it sitting down. If you want to get down on the ground, maybe try to do a plank. This would be the time to do a plank. Let's get ready. Go ahead and get in your plank position. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze your core. Squeeze it. If you want to bring those elbows up and squeeze, you'll notice a difference. You could try it out. Go ahead and give it a squeeze with your elbows up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now put your elbows down and give it a squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You feel the difference when your elbows are up. You're going to get more muscles involved. You're already kind of stretching them. You're making those muscles longer, and then you're squeezing them, and you're trying to make them shorter. Keep that squeeze going. Remember, the squeeze you're doing right now, you might be squeezing 100%, maybe 50%. I want you to squeeze where you can still breathe. Can you do that? Try that. Feel it to yourself. Feel the squeeze, and now try to breathe and keep the squeeze. It's tough, right? I know it is, but that's okay. Try to do it. Try one more. Here we go. Breathing and relax. Woo. Now, what you're going to feel after doing an abdominal squeeze like that is that your core is going to feel tighter. Mine right now, I'm not squeezing, but I can still feel the squeeze. I can feel the effects of the squeeze on my muscles. And that's important when we're talking about our core. All right, let's have a sip of water. I'm going to stand up for maybe 2 or 3 more exercises. I've been sitting on one of the stability balls, the big Swiss ball. You call it a Swiss ball. Who knows why they call it a Swiss ball? Was it created in Switzerland? Actually, I'm not sure. It could be that that's the answer. It could be that maybe people in Switzerland, that's how they like to exercise. They like to use the ball, and so they call it the Swiss ball. But I'm not sure. Maybe a guy whose last name was Swiss, maybe he created it. He said, this would be a great way for people to sit down and exercise. So if you don't have one of those, remember the holiday season's coming up, and some folks might be looking to give a gift or maybe receive a gift, and they don't know what they might want. And like we talked about on Monday, the kettlebell, that's a really cool gift. Also, a stability ball, that can be a really good gift. And like what we talked about earlier, a hula hoop can be a terrific gift. And if somebody's like, but how are you going to do the hula? You can tell them it's not just for hula hooping. There's a lot of exercises we can do. We're going to show you that in just a few minutes. Let's have that sip of water. I'm going to put my water down over here. All right. The next one we're going to do, we did it the other day. Nick, we're going to do it again. So let's get ready. It's going to be the high knee tap. And what I want us to try to do today is to try to do 2 taps on the knee or double tap on the elbow. So if you're sitting down, you're going to go tap, do double tap, bring that side up and get a double tap in. So you can't just get the one and fast. You got to stick around for the second hit. If we're going to do balance, you're going to have to balance long enough to get 2 taps in. So get your hand ready, and that way you can bring it up and tap it up. Let's go for about 10 of these. And so here we go. So we're going to bring it up. We're going for a tap. And you can say, if you can stand up, go ahead for this exercise and just practice. If you want to hold on to something, you could do that. If you had a chair, you could hold on to that for balance. Even the wall, you could hold on to that for balance. But the goal is to kind of distract yourself from the balancing and to get you to focus on getting in that double tap and working on the quickness and hoping that your body will kind of find its own balance and it'll know where it is. Let's go for 2 more. Just doing an easy tap on the knee. Excellent job. Nice. All right. Now, because we're already standing up, it feels like it's a good thing to do. Let's do some jumping jacks. And so I'm not sure if Bernie's on here right now, but that's okay. I'm going to lead us in some jumping jacks, and we're only going to do 20. We're just going to do 20. But what I want us to work on doing is getting our arms to go up. And if we're standing up, if we're doing this, I'm standing up right now. If we're doing this standing up, what we're going to work on is the arms and legs moving at the same time. So even if it's small, even if it's like a small movement with the legs, we're going to jump out with the feet and then in with the feet. With the arms, we're going to go out and then bring them together and then out and bring them back together. So you can see I'm not just going up and down. I'm bringing them out and in, out and in, out and in, out. And we're almost making a circle with our arms. All right, so let's go ahead and try it out at the same time. I'm going to go slow in the beginning, and then we're going to speed it up. I'll show you how slow I'm going to talk about. So here we are. This is the middle position. We got our legs together, our hands together. The first one, we're going to go up, and then that's it. We're right here. We're in this position. Now we're going to bring it back together. So the legs came back together and my hands came back together. So there we go. We got 1. Here we go. 2, 2, 3, 3. And we're going to get a little faster. 4 as we go. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo, you could see as I was speeding up, I even lost my count. That's okay. If that ever happens to you, you just keep on going. But what's fun about that when we're doing it slow is we're giving our body time to feel the positions. With the jumping jacks, there's just the 2 positions. If you're doing a seated jack, still just 2 positions. It's going to be here, and then it's going to be here, and then it's going to be here. And if the legs are going, we're going to try to time those together, going in and out. Let's have a sip of water. We're going to do breath hold next. All right. Who else is feeling those Santa Ana winds? I think that's what got me in the sinuses, but now I'm feeling a whole lot better. And you know what I think the most important thing was that I did? Well, there's 2 things I think were very important, but one I think was even more important than the other. Who can guess what I did when I wasn't feeling too well? I remember I told you on Monday. What do you think I did? Do y'all think I went out and did a bunch of things, maybe surfing and going to the gym and running and doing all this? Or do you think I rested? What do you think? Do you think, was I super active or was I super resting? Which one do you think helped me to feel the best? What did we get a guess in there?
Yeah, rested.
Resting is probably Karen. Resting is right,
And then-
everybody. When you're not
And
feeling
Nick.
well, your body's going to let you know. And you know, who out there's felt not great before. We all have. Everybody has. We're all adults here. We've all had a day where we weren't feeling too hot. On days like that, you need to listen to your body. And one of the best things you can do is to rest, to take it easy, and to not go out and really exert yourself too hard to where your body then has to deal with that exertion. You want to let your body work on recovery and healing and feeling good. And if it's your immune system is doing some work, you want your immune system to be able to do its job. And so I did a lot of resting, and I drank a lot of water. I drank a lot of water, so much water. You probably could have filled up a pool with it, but I drank a lot of water, and it made me feel great to have all that water in my body. All right. It also makes me feel good to have oxygen in my body. Let's do a breath hold, but let's do one that I think everybody can have success with. And I'm thinking 10, but I'm going to say 12. So let's go for 12 seconds. A dozen. That's not bad. 12 seconds. Let's try to hold our breath. That's it. All right, here we go. We're going to do it our traditional way. 2 in, 2 out. Hold the third. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. And relax. Whoo. Easy peasy, everybody. Remember, some of you might have, just when you heard 12, you might have thought to yourself, I got this. I can do this. I know I can do this. And remember, everybody, that is confidence. That's what we want to have when we are kind of given a challenge or given a task. Now, for some folks, 12 seconds might have been a tough time. And if you got closer, if you got even maybe half of that, again, that is a wonderful try. But for other folks who heard 12 and thought, I can do it, that shows you that your mind is starting to understand things that you're capable of. And when you get that challenge, your mind's like, I got no problem with this. All right. For our next exercise, we're going to get a hula hoop. And we also, I'm pretty sure we're going to have Coach Emily joining us too. So let's keep an eye out for Coach Emily. She wasn't able to make it on Monday because she was traveling. So where in the world is Coach Emily? I don't know. We're hanging out with Carmen Sandiego probably. But I'm going to go over here and get my hula hoops. And I am looking forward to seeing what we can do here. I got my hula hoops. They're stuck on a light. I got 2 of them here. I'm going to get them. If you need to get your hula hoops, go ahead and get them. There we go. I got mine. They were all the way over a light. And actually, it was kind of neat. The very first exercise I just kind of had to do, and I wasn't even thinking about it. So here I have 2 hula hoops, and I'm just going to use one. So I'm going to use the blue one because it's probably going to show up a little better. Now, one of the things that you can do with a hula hoop, everybody knows, is trying to do the hula, right? I mean, that's kind of the classic hula move, but let's save that for the very end because that's obvious about the hula. So one of the things that I really liked that Carla used to show us was pushing and pulling on the hoop. And so what's neat about this is, again, I can grab this hoop and I can turn it and I can push it down. I can push it away and I can spin the hoop around. So this is going to help to strengthen my hands, my wrist, my elbow, and even a little bit of my shoulder. And I can go slow with the hula hoop. This is a nice speed, or I could try to go fast. Now, if I try to go fast, at some point, I won't be able to go fast and it's not going to look as good. But let's see how fast I can get it going. And I have to concentrate. You can see I'm looking at the hoop. Whoa, look, and you saw I looked over here and I made a mistake. Perfect example. Let's try it again, but this time let's try it with pushing. So now I'm pushing it. Look at that. I'm grabbing it here and I'm extending at my arm. So remember, this is working my biceps and my triceps, rolling this hoop around, going around in a circle, and then I'm going to speed it up, and I'm going to speed it up. And again, I got to push it. Now, oh, look at that. You can see I'm already making mistakes. I'm trying to go too fast in my brain. It can only keep up so fast. Can I go even faster than this? And I dropped it. I wasn't trying to drop it. but I was challenging myself. Now, remember, when you do that, that's a good thing. Byron, he shows us sometimes when he's doing the flow and then the sandbag falls down. That can show you that Byron, he was moving maybe faster than comfortable, because, you know, I could do this spin and I could do this push all day long. But as I start to go faster and faster, I got to really work on my technique. You got to think about it. And again, this can be a great exercise, even if you're sitting down, because you got to kind of hold that hoop up and spin it around. Let's try one more time going fast. Oh, look at that. It is tough, everybody. But again, that's the hula spin where we're spinning it around. Now everybody knows the hula spin where we have our arms. So now let's go ahead and we're going to do the small arm circle. Now I'm going to show you two ways to get it started. The first way, I'm just going to use one arm. I'm going to take this arm and I'm going to make it into a big circle and then a small circle. So you got to remember, you're going to go big circle, small circle. Watch how it's going to work. We go big circle, small circle, and that gets it moving. Let me show you again. Watch again. Here we go. So first go big circle, small circle, and look at that. So I'm doing the smallest circle with my arm and just moving it around on kind of my lower part of my arm. Let's try it on the other side. So I have a watch on this side. It's going to be a little different. Check out this cool watch, everybody. Pretty neat. All right. So we're going to get this going, but this side, I'm going to show you how you can spin it. So now I'm going to take my other hand and I'm going to spin the hoop around my arm. Watch this. And it just started going. So again, watch, I'm going to spin it. I don't have to do anything with this arm. And the hoop will just go around until it stops. So if you do a little extra, you get to keep it moving. Here we go. There you go. And you can see I'm doing that little bit of extra. And I'm getting to move this hoop around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And when you want to be done with this, you can just stop moving your arm and the hoop will stop. Your arm is creating that force that's then keeping the hoop to move around. It's a fun one. And remember, if you don't want to do it on your arm, you could do it on a stick too. All right, the next one we're going to do, I called this one the ballerina. I don't know why we called it the ballerina, but it's spinning the hoop around, holding it at the top. So we can see, I'm going to get close with my hands here. And you can see we're going to twist it and then spin it. Twist and spin. And you're going to be able to find a way that your hands are going to want to do this. All right. So we're just twisting it and spinning it around. And then you can reverse direction. So again, we're working on our fingertips. We're working on our elbows. Whoop. That's what we're also working on, is we're working on pressure to hold it. Remember, if I don't squeeze it hard enough, it'll fall. Gravity is always working on the hula hoop. And so, hey, Jose. And so when I hold the hoop, I'm kind of squeezing it just a little bit. What about also doing it this way? So now again, you can see we have gravity's kind of working. I got to find a way to spin the hoop around while I'm holding it upwards. And now the hoop wants to fall. It wants to fall all around. So again, I got to try to keep it held up and try to get it to spin. There we go. I think I got it, everybody. And I figured out a technique. Let's see how fast I can go, and not very fast. But again, you can see the technical nature of it. This is with a hula hoop, everybody. It's a pretty neat way to use a hula hoop, using the fact that it's that perfect circle. Now, the next one is one of my favorites, and we call this one the pizza delivery. So what this one is we do a squat with our arms, kind of like the witch's pot, but instead it's a squat reach, bring it up, and then we turn the hoop as if we're going to another slice of pizza, and then maybe go into another person at the table. Turn the pizza again, we go into another person at the table. So what I can do with this is not only pretend I'm handing out pizza to everybody, but I can also pretend I'm maybe doing it with multiple people, and there maybe over here, somebody over here needs some pizza. Maybe somebody up above me needs some pizza, so I can reach out and hand them a slice of pizza. I can hand everybody there on the camera a slice of pizza. Here we go. Healthy pizza. I eat healthy pizza.
Can you check your microphone is breaking up?
Is it breaking up on everyone or just on Carrie? Let's get a
Karen said it too.
Okay. I just
Yeah,
moved
it's
it
kinda
around a little bit.
choppy.
It's choppy, good Lord.
It's a little choppy.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe that's because Alicia doing those karate moves the other day. I'm still feeling it. You guys remember that? Let's go ahead and reach it out again. Let's get another slice put out there. Let's get one more put out there. Nice job. All right. The next one that we're going to do is called the typewriter. And so the typewriter is where we're just holding our arms on and we're moving it across our body, but we're not moving our arms at all. You can see I'm just holding my hands in that position. They're not moving on the hoop, and I'm just moving them from side to side. So my arm goes in, this arm goes out, this arm goes out, this arm goes in, and we're going to alternate back and forth. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right. Let's keep on going with the hula hoops. We still got time. Let me know if you guys notice if Coach Emily makes it on here too. All right. The next one with the hula hoop. Well, I'm going to do two. Well, we'll do first. Okay. First one I'm going to do is the exercise that I had to do to get the hula hoops off. And this could happen. And what you're going to do is I'm going to do this with the camera. You take the hoop and you pass it over something and then down and then back up. And then look at that, back over. So here's the part of the hoop. And you could do this with anything. You could pass it over, bring it down carefully. I'm seeing how low I can go, bringing it up, and I'm going around the camera tripod, bringing it down. Let me find, look, watch with a chair. You can do this with a chair. And so again, I got the chair right here. I'm going to stand right here. My goal is to get around the chair. I got around the seat. I'm going to try to get around the whole chair. I did. And then I bring it back up. Who's ever played the game Operation before, where you got to try not to touch the sides of the body? Who's played that game, you know, with the little, it buzzes on you? You treat this kind of like Operation, to where when you're reaching over something, see, watch, if I bump it, you get bumped like that. Bump. There you are, getting bumped. But my goal is to go over the top, bring it down, bring it up and over without hitting something. Now, this can be a fun game if you have things at different heights and different ranges. So maybe close to you, far away, and you can maybe have like 4 or 5 objects, and your goal is to go around and putting this over the top. Now, you could also do this with yourself. You might be able to go up, bring it down over your head, and then back around. And the goal is not to bump yourself with it. So watch, I'm going to go up, bring it down my body, bring it up and back around. Let's try that 2 times. So I'm going up, down into the hoop, up and around. Let's see if I can go all the way here. We're going to go up. We're going to go all the way down. I'm going to step back out of it. And I just went all the way through without touching the hoop. Oh, and it got me on that one. So you can see there's a little bit of a challenge. You got to concentrate to try to get that hoop to go around your body. All right, everybody, we have one more to go, and then we're going to bring up some leadership. But let's have a sip of water first, because I might need it for this one. I'm going to try to hula hoop with the hula hoop. Let's see if we can do it. All right. I'm going to move the microphone, so hopefully it'll still work. But with the hula hoop, everybody, the goal is in the core. You got to kind of move. You got to move the core around so that the hoop kind of stays with you as you're hooping. So let's try it out. This is a bigger hoop, so I got a shot at it. I used to be really good at hula hooping. If you got a hula hoop it up, try it with me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yeah, look at this. And I just got to keep it moving. There we go. Found, oh, got to bring it up. There we go. Nice. All right. And so now, again, this is, again, if you look at just my body, if there was no hula hoop, you might think that the camera's going all wild. It's moving all around. You got to keep your body going. I got my knees bending. I got my arms up and moving. Let's keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and oh, it fell down on the last one. Everybody, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do that.
Nice
But
job,
what
Coach John. You kept your balance there.
I'll tell you what, everybody, I just impressed myself a little bit. I hadn't hula hooped in a long time with the right size hoop. But remember, this is a good lesson too to think about. The other day, I tried to hula hoop and it was impossible. The hoop was too small. So if I would have gotten discouraged with that, I might have never tried it again. I might have never thought that I could do that. And it would have just been because the hoop wasn't the right size. So sometimes when you're getting exercise equipment, you want to make sure you're getting the right equipment, maybe the right size hoop, or like the kettlebell we talked about. You're not going to want to get a kettlebell that weighs 50 pounds. That might be too heavy. And you also might not want a kettlebell that only weighs 1 pound because that might be too light. And so what you want to make sure you do when you're picking your equipment is set yourself up to succeed by getting equipment that you know is going to be right for you. And if you're not sure, you can check with me and I'll let you know what I think. And you can maybe check with your friends and folks, say, hey, what do you think about this one? Do you think I could use a 10-pound kettlebell? And you might find everybody saying, absolutely. I think you could do 10 pounds kettlebell. And you might think, oh, I thought that was too strong or too heavy, but I am that strong. I'm strong enough. All right, everybody. Again, with the hula hoop, there's more we could do with this, but let's go ahead and have a water break. Let's bring up some leadership. If you want to try to hula hoop, remember, you can find these sometimes if it's the right season. You could probably find one of these for maybe even just $1, $1. I got a sweat going. I got my heartbeat going, all with just a hula hoop. Pretty neat, everybody. Let's go ahead and see. Do we have a team leader who would like to give us some moves on this Wednesday workout?
We got Nick.
All right, everybody, let's bring Nick on up. Nick, let's do some workout moves with you. And then if we have just a little bit of time, we'll jump back up on here with me. I'll stay up with you too. Let's work out together. I like working out with Nick. I like being on the side by side. He's over here. I pointed over there, but he's over here. There he is. Let me see if I can jump in there. Oh, wouldn't that be cool, everybody? If I had just popped up on the background, like pretend, you know, boop, doo, 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 boop. And then I just pop up behind Nick. I'm like knocking on his door, like, hey, Nick. That would be neat. That would be something else. All right, Nick, what's our first exercise going to be? What do you want to do for us?
The hold that spin with the 10-pound pump.
So you got the 10-pound bar?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you going to do with that? Baton spin. All right, let me get my bar. I got a 5-pounder here. I don't have the 10-pounder like Nick, but I got this one. This one's 5 pounds. So everybody, check out the baton spin. There's a couple ways you can do the baton spin. You can do it with close hands. You can also do it with kind of far apart hands to where your hands are going to be a little further apart. But the closer you keep them, the more you're going to work on that wrist. There you go, Nick. Keeping them real nice and close. And now, Nick, the last thing I want you to work on with that one, let's go ahead and put both your elbows up against your side like this. Like you see how I am? Like, yeah, there you go. Just like that. Now bring your hands into the middle. Now I want you to squeeze your armpits while you do the baton spin. Squeeze that armpit, and there you go. Squeeze the armpit. Squeeze that armpit on the right side too. Armpit squeeze. This is a combo exercise. So squeeze the armpit and then hold that arm out with the right hand. Get it just a little bit, and then turn it just a little bit, but keep that armpit squeeze. Yep, you got to keep that right arm up against the side, just like the left arm. There you go. Keeping it low, keeping it down. We're giving Nick a good chow. There it was, Nick. There it is right there. Do it again. Keep the armpit down. There it is. There it is, everybody. Look at what just happened. Oh, there's the old way. Keep that arm down, Nick. You got this. There you go. Keep that elbow down. If you feel that elbow coming up, you got to think, squeeze the armpit. The armpit squeeze will take the priority. And everybody, you can see what we're working on here. There you go, Nick. There it is again. Nice job right there. He's keeping that elbow in tight. Nick, keep it going. I'm going to talk about it. Everybody, what Nick's doing is he's showing us different versions of doing this exercise. One of them is letting the arms kind of move freely. The other one, which for Nick is a great way to train, it's a little more difficult. It's trying to keep that armpit squeeze and trying to keep that right arm, trying to keep it down. All right. Now, Nick, go ahead and try to get one more with that right arm in the down position. There you go. Armpit squeeze on the right side. Armpit squeeze, armpit squeeze, armpit squeeze. Yeah, look at that. Keep it going. Let it flip around. Yes. See, Nick, that was a great example of showing how our mind is always going to want to do an exercise a certain way. That doesn't mean it's the only way. You got to remember there's always other ways to do an exercise to make yourself get even stronger. Nick, are you going to go for a hula spin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, everybody. Nick's going for a hula spin. I'm going to go for the hula spin on the stick. So you got to get it on the stick. You're going to hold it. You got to keep it up and level. And then you got to swing it around and you got to keep it on there. And there we go. Let's keep it going. Nick, we'll go 30 seconds. Let's see if you can get it spinning. Keep working on it for 30 seconds and try your very best. Show everybody what it looks like when you're trying to do something that's difficult. Because some people, when things difficult happen, they don't even try. They don't try at all. They think, no, that's difficult and I can't do it. But you can do it and you have to try. You got to work on it. It might take teamwork. It might take a lot of practice, but you're going to be able to get it. So Nick, don't hold the stick all the way at the end, because remember that makes the stick heavier. So hold it kind of near the middle. One hand is going to be near the middle of the stick. And that's going to let you, there you go. That's going to let him hold it up. So there you go, already in a better position. And then he's got to get it swinging around. So everybody, you can see, nice job, Nick. When he changed up that hand position, he had a better grip on the stick and he was able to get it, keeping it up and level. So there you go, Nick. Keep that hand near the middle. I'm going to show everybody again how difficult. So if you're holding it here at the end, oh my gosh, that is extremely difficult. But if I hold it here, look, one hand in the middle and one hand on the end, it's not going to be as difficult. Let's keep it going. Nick, give it one more try. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, Nick. That was a solid minute of trying to get that going. And Nick, that's a great exercise. Everybody, Nick just showed us a really great example of, even though he didn't get that hula hoop spinning all the way around like I had it, his muscles in his mind, they still made a great connection. And again, it was all about Nick trying his very best. Now he's up for the plank. I'm going to hold the stick up in the air. We're holding it up, keeping it going. There you go, Nick. He's got his feet against the wall this time. This is his new technique. He's going to use the feet against the wall for some pressure. I'm doing an abdominal squeeze. Everybody squeeze your abdominal muscles along with Nick, even if it's just a little bitty squeeze. Imagine somebody's going to bump you right here in the core with a resistance bar. And so you're going to squeeze those muscles and you're going to prepare for that. Imagine the muscles behind your belly button. You can feel them. Maybe they're relaxed. Give them a little squeeze. And then if you can bring your elbows up and you can squeeze even more. Keep it going, Nick. Keep it going. Don't worry about the time, because we can go on to YouTube and we'll find out how long you made it. We'll check it out on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube, you can check it out. You'll know before we do. Everybody keep going. Nick, he could be setting a new record right now and we don't even know it. I'm going to start cheering him on. Let's go, Nick. Keep it going, man. Keep yourself up in the air. Keep breathing. Keep focused on going for a long. There you go, Nick. Keep it going. Breathe in and breathe out and squeeze the core. Breathe in, breathe out, and squeeze the core. Relax your body, but don't totally relax to where you lay down, but relax. And he's down. Nice job stopping the timer on YouTube. Nick, that was awesome. Do you want to do one more for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you got? He's getting up, everybody, after just doing an excellent plank. That was over a minute. That was a great job. Nick's getting down low. He's getting down low into a low squat. What you going to do down there? If you're sitting down, get those elbows, make yourself small, and then go up high with the elbows, go in tall. So we're going to go down, elbows to knees, elbows to sky. Elbows on my knees, elbows in the sky. How many are we going for, Nick? How many squats?
5,
There you go, 5.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
Woo-wee.
We
Nick, that was fantastic. Let's have a water break, everybody. Great job from Nick, bringing the leadership, bringing the hula hoop back into the workout too. That was excellent. How do you feel, Nick? You did a great job. All right. Let's get a time check from our producers. Remember, everybody, Nick was showing us exercises with a resistance bar, and kind of like this one. This one is a PVC pipe, and we put some sand in it, and we put a little cap on the end and on this end so the sand can't come out. And the tape on it is actually just to make it blue. The tape it doesn't keep the sand in. You don't have to worry about that. But I made this for about $1. $1 for this resistance bar. And now, like we've seen Byron, I can do a lot of things, knuckles down. Let's do some exercises if we have a resistance bar. Let's do some bicep curls. And you can do this with imagination too. But let's go ahead and just do a couple bicep curls. And again, feel that, the weight of the resistance bar. Maybe pause right in the middle. If you hold it right here, remember that's the isometric contraction. That's my biceps and my shoulders and my core and my armpits. They're working right now, even though I'm not moving. They're working. All right, bringing it down. What about going up, maybe behind my head? I could bring it down back here. Now I'm getting my shoulders involved, going up and down like this, bringing it up over my head, behind my head. Nice job, everybody. The next one's going to be one of my favorites with this. Let's do 2 more of these. Let's go 1. And then let's do it again for 2. Excellent job. All right, the next one I like, sword draw. You draw the sword out and you reach out. And now this is going to be an example of what we talked about with Nick. So if I'm holding the bar here at the end, this is a 5-pound bar. How heavy does it feel to me? Does it feel like 2 pounds? Does it feel like 5 pounds? Or does it maybe feel like 10 pounds? What do you think?
5 pounds.
Some folks are saying 10, some folks are saying 5. So remember, when things are further away from our body, they feel heavier. And in this case, this is where I'm holding the weight, but all the other weight is way out here, and it actually feels heavier than 5 pounds. Now, where would I need to hold this to make it feel like 5 pounds? Who knows the answer to that? If I was just holding it with one hand, where would I want?
Toward the middle.
In the middle. That's right. So now that I hold it in the middle, it feels pretty nice and balanced. Look at this. You can see it's balanced. It's not falling over out of my hand. Now, if I put it here, whoop, you can see that it's going to fall. And if I went here, whoop, it's going to fall. But if I go to the middle, I have it nice and balanced. And this to me is going to feel like 5 pounds. Holding it here doesn't feel as tough as holding it here. But now even further, what if I held it here? All the way here. Would this feel like 5 pounds, or would it feel maybe even lighter? It'd feel lighter. So this, because now I have this part, look where it is with my body. It's right here with my body. It's right here close to my body. I have the stick right here. I can bring it out, bring it back and down. I can hold it in here. I can reach out with it. This isn't hard because all of this back here, it's not that tough to hold on to, as opposed to if it was all the way out here. So when you're using an object and you're using something like a bar that's long, you got to remember when you get it, where your hand position is going to be. If you're going to use two hands, a lot of times, instead of having them like this is for baseball. This is only for baseball, really. But in exercise, you're going to probably have your hands a little far apart, and you might have one hand on this side and one hand on that side. You also might have them both with like what we talked about, knuckles down, got the supination, or with the knuckles going up. So I got my knuckles on top and I'm still able to hold it like the kayak row. All right, let's get into that kayak row. Let's do a couple more kayak rows. Let's figure out who's going to be doing our breathing motto. If it's going to be me, if it's going to be you, let's get ready for what we got to do. Maybe it's going to be Nick. Did Nick do it on Monday? I feel like he did.
You
Didn't he?
have 5 more minutes.
We still have 5 minutes?
Yeah.
My watch is fast. Then let's get kayaking, everybody. Let's keep it going. Keep it moving in the kayak. Keep cruising down this way. Again, using 2 hands. All right, now let's go to the canoe. All right, so the canoe, look at the difference in the hands. So we're going to do the canoe. We're going to pull back. We're going to reach up, bring it out in the water, pulling back, out, up, just like this. This would be in the canoe. And a lot of this is actually just my one arm is doing most of the work. If you can see, this would be the canoe. Now I would get tired doing this, and that's where my other arm is going to help me out with keeping myself from getting too tired. Let's switch over to this side, bringing it around. I see some of you out there doing a terrific job with the canoe. Great job, keeping it going, doing the canoe, bringing it in. What's something people who are in canoes, what's something that they often do? Who knows? Go fishing. So let's try it out with here. So we're going to bring it off our shoulder. You can pretend you're going to reel it in. Reel it in, bring it back. Throw it off your shoulder, reel it in. Let's go 3, 2, 1, back to our shoulder. Throwing over our shoulder, let's reel it in. 3, 2, 1. But what if you're with my dad? Maybe you're going fly fishing. So what do? You got to go 1. And then you got to go 2. And then you got to go 3, and you got to lay it down. And then you got to move it around a little bit. Move it around, moving it around. And we didn't catch anything. Let's bring it back up. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and then lay down the fly. There you go. Reel it in a little bit, move it around, reeling and moving. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's something else we could do with this? What if we needed to dig a hole for something? Maybe we got to dig a hole. Maybe we're going to have a little nap. So what do? Shovel down, and then you got all the dirt, and you got to throw it off somewhere. So shovel and throw, shovel and throw. And look at the hand position, everybody. Remember, if I was holding it here, this would be a tough shovel. This would be tough. But if I have my hands like this, no problem at all. Shovel, throw, shovel, throw, shovel. Let's switch it up to the other side. Shovel, throw, shovel, throw, shovel. Nice. We'll wrap it up after this. Shovel, throw, 2 more. Shovel, throw, shovel, and throw. All right, everybody, let's have a water break. If you got your equipment out, we can go ahead. We can set our equipment back down. Make sure we have our water. I'm going to get my ball to sit on over here. Roll back over here by you. And let's get ready to bring it on home, everybody. Again, great workout today. Great job to our co-hosts. Great job to Nick. Great job to all of you participating. I saw so many folks today. Some of you actually had the equipment with you, and I thought that was terrific. Others I saw using your imagination. And I think that's even more terrific because using your imagination it's a great exercise. That's my mom, everybody. Say hi to my mom. Everybody say hi. Coach Sean's mom. What'd she call herself on there? Pat? Her name's Mary. She goes by Pat. All right. All right, Mom. What are we going to do? 1s and 2s or duet?
Ones and twos.
All right. You take the first one.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good.
Breathe out the bad.
Breathe in the happy.
Breathe out the sad.
Breathe in your best.
And breathe out the worst.
And breathe in your power.
So you reach your goals first. Nice. Great job. Great job to my mom. Great job to all of you, everybody who was on here. What a terrific workout. Also, Ben, Carrie, and Karen, thank you so much for helping us out today. Excellent job as co-hosts. Everybody on YouTube, great job. Again, make sure you're liking, subscribe on YouTube. And if you want to join us on the live streams, you got to let us know. We're going to be doing some great stuff coming up here in the new year. Get ready for that. Also, make sure you're getting on the TrueFit Adaptive Fitness app. We got some incredible updates that are coming out this month. You want to be on there, get ahead of it. Don't wait for January 1st. Get on there now and get ready for those updates. We're going to have some really cool stuff happening on the app. So again, great job to Nick, Ben, Karen, Carrie, Lorraine, Jed. Great job at the Arc. Great job. There you go. Yeah, my man, polo shirt. Great job, everybody. Byron, Evan, Catherine, great job, Team Gavel, Carl, great job, Veronica, Tyler, S22, great job on there. In the Galaxy, Marilyn, Nancy, Judes, Molly, everybody, have a wonderful day. We'll see you on Friday at 11 o'clock. We got one more workout this week. Let's start getting ready for the holidays, everybody. Start thinking about being the healthiest we can be so we end off this year the best we can be in 2023. I love rhyming. All right, here we go. Where's Nick? Let's get the countdown from Nick. Everybody, again, thank you all for your help and for a great workout today. Nick, give us the countdown.
All right, everyone. I will take you down Friday and bye, buddy. To end.